Hello, welcome to another adventure. I thought I'd log in, say hello. We're in somewhere different. We're at Bamburgh. We came down this afternoon and got here about 3:30. Just went for a bit of a walk. We're waiting for a special guest to turn up tonight. I won't tell you who the special guest is yet, but when he turns up, unless he runs us over in the meanwhile, because we're walking down the road, there's only one way in. The plan tonight is camping in a little campsite near Bamburgh Castle, Bamburgh Bay, and the plan was to try and get some low light, sort of sunset-ish sort of type of light on Bamburgh Castle and see what we can make of it. There's a little pool of water which we went and had a bit of a recce earlier on, but there's millions of people on the beach, so we had a bit of a recce on the beach, took a few snapshots on the phone and a couple on the Fuji handheld. But yeah, the plan is to go back, get that pool of water, and we'll show you a little bit later on. But for now, just going to say hello, and I'll wait for our special guest to turn up and I'll introduce him. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. This is not going very well. I'm back with you, and look, you just look over my shoulder. No peeping, no peeping. My special guest has turned up, or should I say I've turned up in my special guest area. As you know, I started off earlier on and we came down to Bamburgh, and I think we'll reveal who it is. Welcome, welcome, Mr. John Haswell.
How are you doing? You alright?
Not too bad.
Nice to see you. Not too bad. Thank you very much for coming up.
That's all right, no problems. It's about 4.5 hour, well, about 4-hour journey up for me.
It's a small journey.
A small journey, but it was well worth it. What an absolutely amazing place. So, I hope you're going to show me something nice and interesting to photograph.
Well, yes, I don't know what you've shot so far, but obviously we've got Bamburgh Castle, historic and iconic. You can't really beat it. Obviously, it's a Northumberland coastline. It's absolutely fantastic.
Oh yeah,
the whole
definitely.
stretch is just beautiful. The whole way through.
We're moving up.
No,
no, we're not. He couldn't part with me permanently, that's for sure. Not many people can, apart from the wife, who, as you know, look, she's down there. She's off already photographing.
Crabs.
Yeah, she's got crabs at the moment, but bless. But yeah, no, we're here. We're going to set something up. The light is really flat. There's not a lot going on. Unfortunately, we're hoping for a bit of sort of sunset colours. But we're here. We're camping. We're at Bamburgh Bay.
Yes, we are.
Bamburgh Bay campsite, which is a nice little campsite. We've got a shower and a toilet. So yeah, so we'll be back down here first thing in the morning. Sunrise is about 6:05, I think it is, and it's somewhere over that direction, over there. So fingers crossed, and everything else, we'll get some light in the morning if we don't get it tonight. Right, I'm just on the search really. As you can see, Denise is behind me. She's still playing with her crabs. John's having a fumble with his microphone. He's having a bit of microphone issues, as we always do when we're on the spot and there's people watching, and it's all going a bit tits up. But still, keep calm, carry on, and plod through it all. Like I said before, the light's really quite flat. It's not bad behind me. You probably can't see, but there's a bit of colour behind, but I don't want to shoot behind. I want to shoot towards the castle. And with not being here before, I'd like to find something interesting. Now, I've told myself not to walk across the beach because you should not be walking into your composition. But, on the other hand, there's already footprints here, so it's probably not that bad. When I got here this afternoon, I took a few images of there's a boulder and there's some cracks and sort of crevices in the rocks that lead you up to the castle. There's still people on the beach, which is a bit of a bugger really, but we might be able to clone these out, whereas this afternoon you've got no chance of cloning anything out. So I'm going to walk around and look at these little rock pools, and if I don't get the iconic shot or I don't get something that's going to blow you away, there's always monochrome. We can turn it black and white maybe, but if I don't get something really top notch, at least I'll come away with a few images from a place I've never photographed before. So right, let's crack on and go and see if we can get a picture of this castle. I've set up, as per usual. I'm in somewhere new, so I'm probably going to end up taking a few too many images. I may go down to the water's edge in a minute and try and get some long exposure and smooth the waters out. But at the moment I'm looking at some of the little places up near these little rock pools. There's a few people still on the beach, but this is what I'm looking at. If you can see from down here, I've got this this green seaweed leading up to the castle off in the background. If I can show you on the back of the camera, I will. So that's what. So we've got that set up. We're at f11 to try and give me a little bit of front to back sort of sharpness. I could probably focus stack it, but I don't particularly need to. No filters, no polarizer, no anything. f11, ISO 100. We're at about 30mm, something like that. I've got the 16 to 35 on. So I'm going to shoot with a wide angle lens, I think. I'm going to blow up the foreground and try and get these rock pools really big. There's also a big boulder next to me. I'm going to move over to that boulder in a minute and try that. I don't want to waffle on too much. I want to try and take a few images and have a quick natter with John. He's over by the edge, over there. Oh no, he's over down there on the beach, and Denise is floating around somewhere. You know me, I'm always out with the wife. Right, I'm going to crack on, take this image, and hopefully it'll come out all right. I've moved over to this boulder, as you can see it's down here in front of me, and I've got the camera pointed at the boulder and the castle's up there. Not everything works. I don't think it's too big. The boulder's just way dominating the image. Now I know I wanted it to dominate the image and you're looking at the boulder, but it just looks like a big rock and a tiny little castle in the background, not necessarily a boulder with leading, with lines or anything. It's a pretty rock. Right, I'm going to take a picture of this rock anyway, and I'll show you the image, but also there's nothing in the sky. The castle just looks so small compared to the rock. So this is one of those images that does not work. But there is more potential over that way. This is the potential that I was thinking. See this crack there, leading you up, taking you all the way up to the castle over that way. So this crack is what I'm focusing on. I've got the camera set up down in front of me. Wide angle lens, very wide. It's probably at maximum maybe. I think we're at 16mm, and on the full frame that's pretty wide. So yeah, and what I'm concentrating on is this rock in the foreground. I've got a tiny little pebble sticking out the top, and then I've got a rock, and it's leading you down through the crack all the way down to the end, and then all the way, the little seaweed stripe then takes you up to the castle. Again, there's no light on this, but I'm looking at maybe in the morning this could be a completely different image. But yeah, I'm going to take this image. I'm going to focus stack this one. The reason I'm going to focus stack this one is I want it all in focus, because this would be nice all in focus. Unfortunately there's no sky, it's just a bit nothing. There is just nothing. Can't even tell you there's a sky because there isn't. But we'll see what we can do. It might look all right in monochrome. It might just work because you've got some sand and little white patches where the sand is on the rocks. But I quite like this image, so I'll see what it looks. It's just all about the texture and the lines and the creases in the rocks. So it's all about the texture. If we can pull the texture out in monochrome, that's what it's going to end up like. Light's fading quite rapidly, but the lights have come on the castle, so I'm just going to make my way down to John. Looks like he's got himself a nice little composition set up, so let's try not to make too much of a mess of this sand for him and keep out the sand. If I go over the seaweed and fall in, I'll blame him for it. That seaweed's really slippery, but yeah, let's keep out of his image, because if we put footprints in his foreground, he won't be very happy with me. As you can see, the master's at work, just there. Hello! The master's doing his job, trying to find something a little bit different. It's never easy trying to find a different image when it's been photographed to death. I can see what you can see. Yeah, it's looking nice from where I'm stood. See this lovely little bit of a leading coming up here, and the lights have just come on in the castle as well. Pretty cool. How are you getting on?
It's difficult, you know, there's nothing in the sky.
Nothing.
The light's dropping now, but as I said, the lights are coming on in the castle. I found two reasonable compositions here, the leading line, and this rock here has also got some barnacles and some seaweed.
Yeah,
with the texture. Motion and the waves, might work out, it might not, but we'll see.
His biggest problem is he's got a Nikon.
What can I say?
Enough said, eh?
A camera's a camera.
You all know Gary will be picking on me for that as well. Right, I'm going to have a look around, see if I can find something different. I do hope Denise is not going to go trampling through the sand I've just avoided. That's the only thing. But yeah, I need an image with the lights on. Even if we wait until it goes a bit darker. But yeah, let's have a look around, see if I can find something else. There's an awful lot of seaweed behind me though. Don't want to be slipping on that, do we? Right, the good lady wife's making her way this way as well. Catch up in a bit. Right, we've just been arguing over this spot. John was here first, but I'm sure if you're watching this one, you'll be watching John's vlog as well. And he just mentioned that two people can be stood side by side and still get two totally different images. What I like about this now, I came over where John was, and like I said before, I see this idea of what he's looking at. He's got this leading line from the rocks, the seaweed, little barnacles on the rocks, and then the castle up in the top, and it does take you into the image quite nice. I've gone full wide, I've gone at 16mm, and I'm leaning down onto this rock pool, and I've got these barnacly rocks in the bottom, and it's taking you from the bottom right hand line, it's leading you up through the image, up to the top, well, it's past the top thirds because there's no sky. We're eliminating as much sky as we possibly can, but the barnacles are a lovely little colour, even with the light dropping as much as it is, and it is dropping quite a lot. But at least the lights are on in the castle now, so that should give a little bit of interest. So I'm going to focus stack this. I've wound it up to f14 to give me 10 seconds. We've got some people on the beach and they're playing football, and I don't particularly want them, so I'm hoping 10 seconds they may disappear. It'll also smooth the water out as well. So yeah, I'll focus stack this. I'm going to shoot one right up in the foreground to get the barnacles in focus, and I'm going to shoot one on the castle. There's some more lights come on now, which is even better still. So at least we've got some interest up there on the castle. The shot I've just taken, which you've already seen, with that long crack leading you in, no lights. I might even go back over there again in a minute and take another one. And take these two with me and see if they can get something. Denise is precariously balanced on the seaweed behind me. She's going to go over in a minute if she's not careful. But yeah, it'll make her a bit of fun, won't it? And a £250 photograph. Oh, she's getting a photograph of us both vlogging. You know what she's like. She's always getting pictures of us, taking pictures of you, showing you pictures of me, something like that. But yeah, I'm going to get on with this, take this before the light drops too low, and see how this turns out. Right, try again. Just been talking to the camera and it wasn't even on. Make this short and sweet. John's over there in the water, playing, looking for that shot of the day. Denise is down there trying to get some reflections of the castle. As you can see, the castle behind me is all lit up, quite nice. I don't know whether I can get any more images tonight. I'll try, see if I can find something, but I'm running out of ideas. So we're back in the morning. Watch next week and see what we find in the morning. But for now, please leave us a comment. If you want to do a collab and you're local and you're near, well, I mean local, I'm 4 hours away now from home. You know me, I'm crazy and mad and I just go for it. No planning, just total spontaneous. So if you do fancy doing something with us, give us a shout. Always up for a laugh, and I like meeting new people. And yeah, leave us a comment below. Don't forget, like and subscribe. And from the wife and me, ciao, see you next week, bye bye. Guess what, I'm back. I bet you all thought I was gone then when I said bye. Denise collared me, she said, you've got to have a look at this, got to have a look at this. As per usual, she's found a nice little image, but I've noticed something slightly different. What she was looking at, if you can see there's a little patch of sand, and then she was getting the lights and the reflections in the water. Now of course there's no stars in the sky, there's no clouds in the sky, there's no anything in the sky, but just the reflection, and there's some beautiful stripes in the sand. If you can see them, yeah, you can see them on this camera just about. Absolutely lovely, beautiful stripes. So even though I said goodbye just now, I've come back on just to show you this one last image, or maybe two, there might be two. I've taken one a bit further back, and once John's finished doing what he's doing, he's here next to me now, we're going to move forward. There's quite a prominent dark and white stripe, or dark and light stripe, and I'll try and get that and a full reflection if I can. Yeah, quite nice to finish off the evening. It's going to be bye from me, bye from the wife over there,
I'm not the wife over here.
and bye from not the wife over here, John. Ciao for now.
See you later.